Unit, you up in here. Give me a, oh, hell yeah. No, I'm playing. Put up the biceps. Put up the coffees. Put up the electricity. My gold card members, I see you guys. Oh, hell yeah. Guys, it sounds like I got good playback. I'm going to take out the Sony noise-canceling bass boost headphones so I can be more comfortable with the earbuds, if you don't mind. I'm going to put in the earbuds, guy. What's up, unit? Look at the gold card members up in here, man. My, Alicia, DJ is a prodigy, Jacqueline. What's up, gold carders? Dante, Jaron, Damonte, Mabry, Lord French Fries. A. Merrick, Sadiqa Flowers, my gold card. To everybody, guys, I'm just seeing the gold card in my chat. It's a smaller screen right now, so all I can see is the gold card, man. The green names. Those are my members on the channel. Jack Brewer's up in here, man. Carlos Ray. Already dropping the truth bomb. Carlos, at least for the next half an hour, 45 minutes, we're going to drop a lot of fucking truth, man. Probably piss a lot of people off. Probably make people cry. Eric Leno. What up, dude? Deontay Thomas is up in here, too, man. A lot of gold card members. That's awesome. A lot of you guys, most people aren't going to catch this until later on when we're not live anymore. I understand that. I only gave 25 minutes of notice. I understand. I already put up a video earlier. Dev Owl's up in here. What up, Dev Owl? What up, Marie? Renee, Redhead Kingpin, Allison Tuckwab with a banger bomb to start us. We haven't done a live stream in about, almost a week. Not a full week. We did a live stream. I think it was members only last time, but Allison Tuckwab, Allison, much love and respect, man. Put up the banger bombs for Allison. Damn, I haven't even told you guys what we're talking about, man, because I got a lot to get off my chest. I got a lot that we have to discuss. I'm going to drill, man. We got a lot. We're going to slam. We're going to body slam 3H's. We're absolutely going to stunner TK. Nobody's getting off the hook today, man. Allison, if you're up in the chat, man, all of those banger bombs are for you. I appreciate that $49.99, that $50 banger bomb for all the coffees. It's never needed. It's appreciated. All those bombs you see up in the chat, that's for you, Allison. I appreciate that. Crimson Blue 82, formerly known as Archmadeus. Crimson Blue 82, welcome, brother. Thank you for showing that love over to Allison, everybody. Lord French Fries showing that shit. James Shrimp Fajitas up in this bitch. WWE, AEW Marvel fans up in here. Allison. And I know there were some other supers as well, guys. I'm going to get to you guys. I assure you, every super will be shouted out, and I will go over your super chat in just a little bit. I just saw Allison's banger bomb, because when it's that much, it did like flash. It's a whole production that the tube does. So Allison, I appreciate that. Crazy Country Boys up in here. A. Merrick, I'll get to that. So A. Merrick's up in here, man. My gold card member. Awesome. Allison, I appreciate that. It's just wrestling, but sometimes BC talks about everything, so don't worry about it. Just whatever I'm talking about, feel free to add your 2 cents in. Sometimes I'm going to talk about my Packers. Sometimes I'll talk about the fucking the stars in the equator. Sometimes I'll talk about stupid people in the supermarket. You never know with BC, Allison. But it's good to have you up in here for sure. I appreciate the coffees around Christmas time, man. It's good to show that love and respect to my amp unit, and it's so cool that you guys show that back to me. Oh man, there's a lot of you guys. My gold card members are showing up, man. I appreciate that. CJ White's up in here too, bro. What up, CJ White? All my gold carders, all my amp units. So here's the deal, guys. I'm going to go over, I'm going to give every one of my members a shout out at the end of this video, like I always do, at the end of this live stream, and I'm going to go over all my super chats in just a little bit. But guys, we have business to discuss. This isn't just I hope everybody's having a good holidays live stream, right? We give a salute and then we go our separate ways. No, I actually do want there's some topics. Kevin Johnston Sabres News Consolidated. That was one hell of a name to put up in the credits, my man. When I was doing the amplified unit gold card members. Kevin Johnston. That was one hell of a name, brother. I love it. What's up, dude? So, guys, here's the deal. So where do I start? Do we want to start with triple? Okay, the three H's, that's easy, right? This guy, I already talked about this in recent videos with an S. Videos, because I was so pissed off that this guy didn't even put on a show. This guy could not be bothered to put on a show on Monday. It wasn't Christmas. It was the day after. And then you have people that are trying to defend Triple H, Paul Levesque, three H's. You know what they're saying, guys? They're saying, well, he decided to give everybody time off, the crew and everybody, or as many people as he could be, see. Triple H he's trying to get a new fucking feel in the locker room. He's trying to get a new vibe where holidays and family are first and foremost. That sounds all cute and cuddly. Do you guys want to know the truth? Not only was there a live event this past Monday, the day after Christmas, there was 2 live events splitting up your crews and making for over 150, including talent, officials, agents, and production. There was over 150 motherfuckers. All you had to do is add in another 30 to 40, which is the USA Network production, and that's the Skeleton Crew, by the way. They've done Skeleton Crews in the past, where it's only about 25 to 40, I'd say 30 to 40, and more individuals, and you have a whole USA production. You're telling me Triple H couldn't just do the extra 30 to 40 motherfuckers? He's already got over 150 people working the day after Christmas. No, Triple H couldn't be fucking bothered, is what happened. H wanted to be in his Uggs, in his little fucking snuggly uglies, right? He wanted to be all warmed up at home with his hot cocoa, while everybody else busts their ass to make him a fucking dime. But he knew if he had Raw, H would have to be there, right? So no, he doesn't want to fucking put on a Monday show, and then he's going to hide behind, we're giving everyone the holiday off. Where the fuck was everybody this Monday? All of your talent and your fucking crew, your agents, they were all on the road. They were either in Madison Square Garden, New York City, or they were in Columbus, Ohio. Or they were stuck on the side of a road or at an airport because of travel issues. That's how you had them spending the day after their holiday. Don't cut me that shit that he was trying to make people be at home or have people be at home with their families during the holidays. It's a new WWE under H, and it's about family first. Bullshit. He just couldn't be bothered to put on a show. He probably knew it was going to tank in the ratings, and he didn't want to face the music, so he put an asterisk. If we give them a clips show, a year in review, nobody will say that we actually got fucked up in the ratings. And they did get fucked up in the ratings. Their lowest rating ever, 1,075,000. It's the lowest that Monday Night Raw has ever garnered. I'm surprised they even got 1,075,000. I thought it would do maybe 950, 975. Somehow 1 million people tuned in to that fucking recap show. And maybe it's people that never saw the premium event, so they actually watched Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar from SummerSlam. Maybe they actually watched WrestleMania, Bianca and Becky. I get it. But that shows you that people wanted to. There was some type of like a poll or something done, and the findings were that a lot of people were at home and we're watching TV around the holidays, just waiting to be entertained. So that tells you a clip show, a year in review, garnered WWE 1 million plus viewers. Could you imagine if they just put on a regular production? They would have done no worse than a 1.4, which is what they've already done 3 weeks ago. 1.4s and 1.5s they've been pulling in over the last couple of months, 1.6, 1.7 at the high end. So if they just gave a fuck, we could have got a show, and they would have only had 30 more people working for the USA and the production team. Skeleton Crew. Could have taped it right at Madison Square Garden, or both, Columbus, or just one of them. But no, they decided not to. So I'm already fucking pissed at that, man, all right? Dave, what up, dude? My gold card members at JR9. What up, JR9? Better late than ever, brother. Good to see you up in here. Easy does it. What up? That's an old gold card. Easy does it. I don't know if I put you up in the Easy does it. Are you brand new to the membership? Because I don't think I put you in the credits early, man. I got to put Easy does it up there, man. What up? James Shrimp Fajitas now gold, by the way. Anyway, but what was I saying, man? I got my fucking unit in full effect here, my gold card members. I'm not happy at all that he chose not to put on a show. If it was just to make sure the family or wrestlers and talent and crew was home with their families, that's fine. But when you send out 2 different crews, 2 different units, 2 different shows to do 2 different cities, equaling over 150 human beings, no, you lost all credibility. You could have easily had another 30 people for your production. It's that simple. A skeleton crew, it's called. You could have easily done it. WWE has done this in the past. So don't feed me that fucking bullshit. Now, as far as TK, he puts on a show. Now, he had 2 extra days, so Wednesday, there would be no reason for Tony Khan not to have a Dynamite last night. This motherfucker puts on a show of bangers like he always does. Right. He's good for this once or twice every fucking month. He has not learned his lesson. This guy has over 100 fucking people on his roster, and most of them are really good wrestlers. So it's no shock that if you put Wrestler A and Wrestler B in there, we're going to get bangers. And I hate that word, and I hate saying it. I make fun of it is what I do. It's just called, it's a really good match, or even a good match, right? And wrestling fans today, they can't control themselves, so they call a good match awesome. And they say, fight forever. And holy shit. And they say all the fucking cute little chants, and they wear them out for every fucking match. Right? These are bangers, they call them. Do you know what Tony Khan did last night, guys? No stories. No storylines that you give a fuck about. No. You know what he did? He just put on match after match after fucking match, and nothing led to anything. I said this I put up a video earlier. It had a full Dynamite review in that, and I talked about the CM Punk situation with Dax, and I talked about the whole Dragon Lee situation and how Triple H, Dragon Lee, somebody did turn Tony Khan dirty, bro. And this is what Tony gets for wanting to open up every fucking forbidden door that he comes across. And then you send your talent over there to AAA, and they drop their titles, and then moments later, this dude's like, and by the way, I have the titles, I just beat your talent, and I'm going to WWE. Yeah, Tony Khan got burned, FTR got burned, no doubt about it. So I put up that video that was very controversial, probably pissed people off, made people cry, and it was a hell of a lot of fun to make that video. And I said in that review, if you guys caught that, I said, if this was a live event, then Denver caught one hell of a live event. This was good, right? You have a bunch of fucking bangers. So this was good. If this was a live event, exactly wisdom of Charlie Grid, no fucking doubt. WWE AEW Marvel fan, welcome to the Unit Gold membership, brother. Good to have you, man. One of my tried and trues. I told you, if this was just a live event, then Denver caught one hell of a live event. You had a lot of good matches. They were fucking, obviously, they tipped back a couple 2-tree cold ones, if you know what I mean. They were happy to be out of the cold. They were just happy to be in that building. You could have gave them fucking Hornswoggle versus Zach Gowen. Do you guys remember who they are? You could have gave them Doink the Clown and Duke the Dumpster Drosy, and they would have yelled, "This is awesome!" Denver just wanted to show up and chant. So they were going to be electric no matter what, and Tony Khan gave them good matches. So that's awesome. The problem is this wasn't just a house show. This was a television show, a professional wrestling 2-hour live event show. And nothing happened in this show that you would ever have to go back and watch again, A. Or B, nothing happened in this Dynamite that you would have to tune in next week. There's nothing, guys. Guys, there is not one fucking storyline. Guys, I'm going to take it to you guys. If I am wrong, tell me what we need. Not just what you like. Oh, well, I kind of like what's happening with Hook and Jungle Boy, basically. It doesn't matter. If you like that, that's awesome. What do we need to tune into next week? To see how Wardlow's hair looks after he got his ponytail cut? Do you have to see Darby Allin in Samoa? What do you need to see next week? Because I really want to know. Maybe I missed something. There's nothing that was done last night. Exactly, JR9. What happened? I watched all 2 hours. I have fucking pages of notes that I did for you guys. I didn't just do it for shits and giggles. I did it so I could produce the best fucking content for you guys. I'm not hanging on any promoter's fucking schnoz or fucking cock here. We're trying to get to the point of how can we make pro wrestling better. Every promoter has to be held to the highest standards possible so they can make the changes necessary to create a better product. I'm not asking you to move mountains. I'm asking you to give us a damn good professional wrestling show, and the only reason to do that, the only way to do that is to give us storylines. What is the... You disagree, Anne-Marie. Give me the storylines. You're in the fucking unit. You disagree. Well, give me the storylines then, Anne-Marie. I want to know the stories. What was amazing last night that we have to tune in for? Eric, you're exactly right. We need storylines. Nobody has any. Nobody has any. Wardlow looks like a fucking schmuck last night. He gets his leg taken out, and then half the match, he no-sells it. Powerbomb Samoa Joe. Powerbomb Samoa Joe. And then he tries again, and then his leg gives out. After the fucking match, he looks like he's going to shake hands with Samoa Joe. He looks like he's having a bonding moment. And Samoa Joe's like, fuck you, bro. Hits him with the fucking title. Derek Fleming Jr., we know this, bro. We don't care who disagrees, man. We know the facts. I've already broke down the fucking thing. I don't care what people like and don't like. This is about fucking factual content. DeMonte, you know we don't fuck around on this channel, bro. It doesn't matter what we liked and what we didn't like. It matters what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing to go forward? Nothing. Bryan Danielson took on Ethan Page. It was a good match. You would have thought you were getting Randy Savage and Seth Rollins in there, guys. This is awesome. I'm like, what the fuck is awesome? I'm seeing a good match. Page is looking good. Danielson is putting on his little clinic. Okay. What the fuck is happening? That is awesome. I mean, Denver just showed up to chant. That was obvious. At least they were having a good time, bro. Then you go into fucking Mox and Claudio. Mox and Claudio defeating the fucking Dantes, Top Flight. And it took them 14 minutes to beat Top Flight. And then what happened afterwards? Nothing. Nothing even happened, guys, storyline-wise. There was no reason for it other than the vets are trying to give a rub to the young guys. Okay, you couldn't have done that in less than 10 minutes and made Mox and Claudio look fucking badass and then give them a little nod of respect afterwards? Best of 7 series. We're up to fucking the 6 now. It feels like we've been doing this for 7 fucking months. It feels like we're in match number 42 right now, guys. With fucking Death Triangle and the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. Best of fucking 7 just to find out the title hole. I knew this fucking this trios division was going to be fucking hellacious. A fucking circus, and I was correct. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Young Bucks and Kenny Omega should be on top of the AEW world because the AEW was founded upon them and their success in Japan, and they have been fumbled every which way possible since. I think becoming executive vice presidents, whatever their fancy title is, I think it ruined them because they didn't know how to book themselves. Cody even said it affected his way that he booked himself. Best of 7. And then Wardlow. And then you got fucking Wardlow and Samoa Joe. And as I said, what the fuck happened at the end of that match? Wardlow loses, passes out. Then he gets beat up afterwards because he looked like he was sympathetic and he was going to like give a nod of approval to Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe's like, you fucking geek, I took you out with a fucking steel pipe and you're still gonna give me a nod of approval? So he takes him out with a steel, the belt, the title, and then he cuts his fucking ponytail. I mean, how more can you embarrass fucking Wardlow? The guy, there was a discussion in the whole wrestling community after Dynamite last night, and you guys know what it was? Wardlow wasn't buried last night. Yes, he was. No, he wasn't. Guys, it doesn't even matter what happened last night. Whether you use the word buried or not doesn't matter. Wardlow was ruined in 2022 17 different ways by Tony Khan. We covered it on this channel 1,000 fucking times. Wardlow has been ruined every time his momentum has touched a fucking ceiling. He gets catapulted right back to earth and hits rock bottom. Tony Khan refuses or just doesn't know how to book Wardlow correctly. This guy shouldn't have to hit rock bottom or be repackaged in any way. He had momentum 3 different times, and Tony Khan cut off his fucking legs. So it doesn't matter if you believe he was buried or if you want to use the word buried. I don't even give a fuck if you use the word buried. He's absolutely ruined because now you have to work 10 times as hard to make Wardlow acceptable to fans like BC. We're not going to forget this type of booking. We're not going to forget what happened last night. We're not going to forget when CM Punk took almost 10 Wardlow bombs, jumped up to his feet, and fruit roll-upped Wardlow. I still don't forget that. Just because you're a wrestling fan that can forget that and say, fuck that, basically, I can forget it, doesn't matter. We, the Amplified unit, do not forget that shit. That's why we're the smartest wrestling fan in the fucking community. Wardlow completely fucking ruined him. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He wasn't ruined. But why are people saying he's going to come back better than ever? You know when I heard that? All throughout 2022, I've heard that. All throughout 2022, I kept waiting for Wardlow's big push. It's coming. Where is it? Where's the big push? In 2023, is he going to have a shaved head now? Is he going to be like a Goldberg? Is he going to be like Stone Cold with a shaved head now that he lost the ponytail? Which is it, guys? It's like Triple H and Austin Theory. You didn't need to have them hit rock bottom to repackage these guys. I could have thought of 1,000 fucking ways to make this fucking fun. And nobody has to be ruined or embarrassed in the process. What they did to Austin Theory and what they did to Money in the Bank is a fucking crime, or it should be in the professional wrestling world. What they're doing to Wardlow for all of 2022 is fucking insanely, embarrassingly pathetic. I don't give a fuck what word we use. The guy is being ruined every which way imaginable because his booking sucks. What more do you want me to... You can disagree all you want. His booking sucks factually. Like, factually, a guy who should have been a big star by now because he had all the momentum in the world, he's on a fucking main event that is losing viewers. 876,000 viewers for Dynamite this week. 876. They lost 81,000 viewers with Wardlow in the fucking main event because the booking sucks. Oh, no. We're not supposed to say that. We're supposed to use an excuse. What is it this week, guys? What's the excuse? First, it was hockey was on. Then it was Major League Baseball playoffs. Then it was the NBA. There was a presidential speech. There was a holiday. I think this week it's college football, guys. I think it's college football this week. That's the excuse we're going to use for AEW. They pulled our bad rating because of college football, basically. And next week, basically, it's going to be high school badminton and high school lacrosse. Yes, basically. That's what's going to dent the ratings. Now it's college football. How about you just put on a product that people don't want to watch anything else? I hear this in the NFL, BC. It's the NFL, man. They're never going to compete with them. Okay, so where's the fuck? Now it's college. Oh, BC, it's college. They'll never compete with them. Okay, it's Major League Baseball. They'll never compete with them, BC. It's hockey. They'll never compete with them, BC. It's the presidential debate, BC. They'll never compete with them. It's a holiday, BC. They'll never compete with them. It's my grandmother's birthday, BC. They'll never compete with them. It's fucking 50% off at the Hobby Lobby, BC. They'll never compete with that. It's buy one fucking rotisserie chicken, get a free rotisserie chicken night at Stop and Shop, BC. They'll never compete with that. When the fuck are we just going to say, produce a good show or hit the bricks? I am sick of the fucking excuses. They pulled 876 because they deserve 876. That's what happened. They produced 876 because that is what they fucking deserved. And they lost 81,000 viewers from 957 just a week ago because of bangers. A night of bangers will put you in the shitter. Nobody gives a fuck unless it's a house show, and last night was treated like a house show by Tony Khan, and Denver was eating it up. BC could not have been more bored. I'm doing my fucking notes. I'm watching Denver have an orgasm all night long. Except for the ladies, because AEW fans just don't like women's wrestling. I don't know what the fucking disconnect is. But they just don't. So they sat on their fucking thumbs for that one match. Everything else they were having an orgasm with. And I'm sitting there like I'm in an alternate universe. Like I'm watching just good matches with good wrestlers. Tony Khan has a roster of over 100 wrestlers, and they're all good. You can produce a banger every match, every night if you want to, till the end of time. Bangers, there's no shorting of bangers in AEW. You can always produce a banger in AEW. They're all good wrestlers. If you want a fucking good television show that people are captivated by, you're gonna have to eventually come up with storylines, bro. Eventually, you're gonna have to have storylines. So he treated this like a fucking house show, and he just produced a bunch of fucking bangers, a bunch of good matches that Denver thought was the holy grail of matches. The Dante brothers got fucking Fight Forevers, and this is awesome. Ethan Page is getting Fight Forever, and this is awesome, and holy shit. Where is the fun, man? Unit, where is the fun? Where's the story? Like, if you want to start with Paige and Bryan Danielson, right? Do you know how you guys see the thumbnail? My boy, right? I love MJF, okay? I'm an MJF guy, for sure. Do you guys see what they did with my boy MJF last night? Do you realize they just had him up in a skybox? They had him in a skybox just watching Danielson. And when Danielson beat Paige after 16 minutes, he's looking at Danielson like, how dare you beat Ethan Page? I'm gonna beat you one day, buddy. And Danielson's looking up at him like, yeah, I'm gonna call my wife, but after that, I'll be ready for you, MJF. And how is that supposed to sell anybody? Who the fuck is going to school the next day, or what adult is going around the water cooler after they leave the cubicle for their lunch and they're talking to their buddy that watches AEW, and they're like, man, did you see MJF, bro, in the skybox? Dude, the way he was looking at Bryan Danielson, he's ready, bro. And Danielson was looking at him, and I was like, damn, this is getting freaky, dog. I can't wait. Who's doing that, bro? That's the best you got for your world champion on a night where you know everybody is off the holidays and we just want to be entertained. And that's the most creative they got. They used their world champion in a fucking skybox. They had nothing after 16 minutes of Bryan Danielson versus Ethan Page. Why not have fun, guys? After the fucking match in the back, he goes to get interviewed. And he talks about Ethan Page was good. He's got a bright future, but tonight was not his night, and he's focused on MJF. And he says, if you don't mind, I've been away for a lot of the holidays. I'd like to call my family. And he goes to call his wife, Brie Bella, his daughters. And at the tail end of the interview, he's actually like calling them, and MJF comes out of nowhere, attacks this motherfucker, beats the shit out of him, goes to put his head through the fucking door, slam a door onto his fucking dome piece, and he notices the phone is still on. Brie Bella, family is yelling, Brian. MJF picks up the phone. I want you to hear this. What I'm about to do to your husband, I want you to hear this. Are you listening? Bree, I want you to Or if Bree doesn't want to be involved, his fucking daughter's a family member, man. But somebody is on that phone, and he wants him to hear the damage. Thankfully, enough officials show up, even wrestlers. They're able to break it up, but MJF sends one last message via that phone. Now you just got personal. Now you got a little bit more better. Now you got people captivated, buddy. You just have to go the extra mile. You have to go the extra step. You have to go the extra step. There's no reason we could not have gone more. I appreciate that, Alicia. That's right off the top of my dome piece. You guys could probably, if you thought about it, came up with some. That's what I mean about having fun. You're producing a wrestling show. How cool is that? You get to produce for the second biggest wrestling promotion in North America, or at least here in the States, AEW. Why would you not have fun with that? Get creative. Then you go into Mox and Claudio versus Top Flight. Why does it have to be 14 minutes and make Mox and Claudio look stupid just to make Top Flight look good? No, 10 minutes tops, and that's tops. Top Flight looks good. Afterwards, they get a nod of approval, maybe even some fucking fist pump, whatever the fuck. But let people know that that's a fucking team to watch. Okay, then Mox and Claudio go to the back. They come across Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, who are cutting an interview or just they're game planning what they're going to do to the Acclaimed. And they happen to be in Mox and Claudio's way. You don't do that with the BCC. Get the fuck out of our way. And they start to fucking, they almost come to blows. Officials get in, and then you have fucking the Acclaimed, Acclaimed wasn't there to back up Jay Lethal and Jarrett. They're just backing up Mox and Claudio. But Jarrett and Lethal think that they're getting in their fucking business, and they want to tussle. So now the Acclaimed's like, dude, we weren't here to fuck with you. We were trying to save you. But if you want to fuck with us, let's go. And we go to commercial break. When we come back, they're in fucking catering, and it is an all-out war. I want the fucking top caterer with a chef's hat. I don't give a fuck. Let's have a chef's hat on the top catering guy. I want him underneath a fucking table. Like in the melee, the catering crew got fucked up. And you know that's going to be a fucking lawsuit, and that's going to be fucking AEW management's going to be in trouble. But now you know there's an added intensity to the Acclaim that you've never seen before. And Jarrett and Lethal have already done some really good storytelling with Ric Flair's last match, Flair and Andrade versus Lethal and Jarrett. Now, I understand a lot of you guys you don't give a fuck about the Acclaimed versus Jarrett and Lethal. That is my point, guys. Do you realize last night there was no story development with them? And that's a tag team match that you guys are going to get. Jarrett and Lethal versus the Acclaimed. And all we got last night was a music video, a rap video. This is what BC is saying. Why not show the respect to Top Flight, the fucking Martins? Mox and Claudio then go to the back, looking badass as ever, ready to get in more fights with Jarrett and Lethal, who just happen to be right at the other side of the curtain. And then that leads to the Acclaimed and Lethal and Jarrett in this badass catering brawl. I mean, you're connecting puzzle pieces now, guys, while telling a story, and then simultaneously you're getting people more interested. Guys, I'm just coming up with some ideas. Even if you don't like these ideas, okay, that's what I mean. You get around a table, we can bounce ideas from one another, and we make it epic. This is what they're not doing in wrestling today. H is not doing this anymore. At least back in the day, as much as you may hate Vince Russo and Ed Ferreira and all them, they got around the pool of Vince McMahon and others, and they bounced around ideas. Some shit made the cut, some shit didn't, but they had fun with some zany shit and zany ideas. And they're not doing it in AEW, it's clear. Oh, I mean, why is BC just coming up with ideas to make this fun? No, we just end the match and that's it. Everyone, we're going to go to picture in picture, and when we come back, we got another banger for you. Wardlow shouldn't be getting hit by a pipe. Wardlow should be waiting for Samoa Joe at the top of the program. I always tell you guys, it's the parking lot segment, right? You start the show with Wardlow waiting for Samoa Joe to show up to the arena because he's fucking pissed, and he's not even going to let him enter the fucking arena. And finally, after several segments, Samoa Joe is in the car, and he's revving that shit up, and you have a stunt where Wardlow actually gets hit. He doesn't have to get ran over, but he gets hit. It's a stunt. Don't worry, Wardlow's fine. And then you have the story, oh shit, is he going to compete tonight? And then you can go from there if you want to make it look like Wardlow is fucked up from an injury from before. But dude, not a steel pipe, because we've seen this guy fuck everybody up with no arms. Remember, his hands were fucking cuffed many weeks, beating up everybody. Now he just has one leg. He's Wardlow the Destroyer. Now he's a normal human being all of a sudden, just without his ponytail. Half the match, he wasn't even selling the leg injury, by the way. Guys, I'm coming up with fun storylines that we can integrate with your fucking bangers. I told you guys, if you just like bangers, like for some reason in pro wrestling in 2022, there's fans that they think this is real competition and they want to treat it like a sport, like it's real combat. And they don't care about storylines. They just want to see a bunch of dudes in their underwear every fucking Wednesday night do a bunch of flips and dives and high-octane moves so they can scream all of their fucking chants and get their money's worth. And then when the girls come on, they don't know what the fuck to do. They sit down like, what do I do? There's girls in the ring. Can I look at them? What are we doing as wrestling fans, man? It's fucking stupid. Storylines have to be in wrestling, or else there is no professional wrestling. Go watch collegiate wrestling, man, where they grapple and shit and they get points. Go watch that if you want real. I'm not using the F word, by the way. There's nothing like pro wrestling, so I never use the F word. But to act like this is real combat, like it's not rehearsed, like it's not predetermined, not pre-planned, and not rehearsed, scripted, it is stupid. I am frustrated because AEW could have capitalized last night on Triple H not even giving a fuck to give us a fucking show. Three H's couldn't even be bothered on Monday. It had nothing to do with keeping people home to spend holiday with their family. He already had over 150 people over 2 different cities at live events on Monday night. No, he just couldn't be bothered to put on a show because he didn't want to leave his house for the fucking holidays. This was the opportunity for Tony Khan. Boom! Home run straight out of the park, Grand Slam fashion. And instead, Tony Khan took the easy way out, and he fucking left a dud. I don't care how hot Denver was. Denver showed up to chant for anything and everything last night. I watched that show just like many of you, and I was bored out of my fucking mind with the same fucking redundancy. Match after match after match after match after match after match. And nothing led to anything. Nothing. I'm like, all right, we'll watch a banger, and then this has to lead to something, right? This is going to be fun. At the end of the night, they had fucking Darby Allin come out. Hit fucking off sequence with his music, by the way. We waited 8 years for Darby to finally enter the ring. Take Samoa out with his skateboard, and Samoa Joe beats the fuck out of Wardlow up the whole night. Fucking earlier with a fucking pipe. Then later he beats him up. Then post-match he beats him up. Then he embarrasses him by cutting his hair. But a skateboard, Samoa Joe is running for the fences. When are we going to have fun again, man? When are these shows going to be so much fun? Like, right from the jump, we are just interested. We're intrigued. We can't wait for later in the night for all the developments. We can't wait for next week already. We can't wait for the pay-per-view. Where is that feeling? We lie to ourselves, right? We watch let's stick with AEW. We watch a Dynamite. We go through all the chants. Afterwards, we go on social. We talk about what a banger card it was, right? All your favorite podcasters talk about what a great Dynamite it was. And then we never go back to watch a damn thing ever again. We're not excited for next fucking week or anything to come next week or the 2 weeks later or the next pay-per-view. And then next Wednesday, we'll do the same thing. We'll tune in out of habit and hope. We'll do our chants. We'll say it was a banger night. Your favorite podcasters will say it was the greatest fucking show. And we'll repeat the fucking process. Fuck your bangers. Bangers are putting pro wrestling on life support, and soon it'll be DOA, dead on arrival. Bangers are killing professional wrestling. You can have all of the greatest wrestlers in the world. Tony Khan has a collection of 120 people on his roster. And what the fuck is it doing for his company, you ask? He just lost 81,000 viewers. Fuck your college football and any other excuse you have, because every week it's a different excuse. No, it's because Tony Khan doesn't know how to run the promotion. And people like Beastie are trying to help, but instead, people just say, we're the bad guy. Lacey's an asshole. This guy's a jerk, man. So negative, and he doesn't like anything. Wrong. I love pro wrestling. I'm trying to get it back to any semblance of fucking prestige. I'm trying to make an 81,000 viewer loss into a plus so that 957 last week could be over 1 million and they could be rivaling WWE's fucking review show rating from this week, which is a 1,075,000. But there was no reason AEW shouldn't be competing with that number at least. I'm trying my ass off over here to make pro wrestling better, to help the promoters, to help the fucking wrestlers. You can call me an asshole all you want. I was being called an asshole the second I got out of the womb, man. I was born a fucking asshole. I grew up in fucking projects banging out. I don't give a fuck about name calling or what people don't like me. But you're gonna have to understand that every word I've ever spoken on this channel, I ended up being correct. Here we are. And we're still playing the same fucking game. How does Tony Khan have 120 people on his roster and we don't have one storyline we give a fuck about? How the fuck do we not have one storyline in AEW? WWE is not that much better, by the way. We got Bray Wyatt, LA Knight, and I guess Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns. And we can't wait for Cody Rhodes to finally get back and see where that's going. But there's nothing. Jungle Boy and Hook, I gotta see what's happening with them. I gotta watch the Acclaimed and Jeff Jarrett and Lethal. And the guys who have the momentum, Tony Khan brushes to the side. FTR, he can't even be bothered booking FTR on Dynamite. He brings them all everywhere else. Here, I bought ROH. You can play around with them. You can go to AAA. You can play with the IWGP. I can give you some matches on Dynamite, but you're going to have to lose, right? Last month, they lost to the Acclaimed. And then they had a match a week or two ago, and they lost against the Gun Club. They lost against the Briscoes. for the ROH titles. They just lost the AAA. They're on a losing streak from fucking hell. And they're one of the best tag teams in the world, supposedly. Wardlow had all the momentum in the world. Tony Khan found every way to ruin this guy throughout 2022. Don't even get me started. I have a list of 17 things that he did up front that just derailed Wardlow. Last night was just the cherry on top. Let me get a swig of my coffee. Amp unit, you still with me? Rock on! I just fucking, that was a lot of ranting. I needed to get that off my chest. I appreciate that, guys. My amplified unit up in the chat. My gold card members, man. I see a lot of you guys up in here. Thank you for letting me rant, guys, because this has to get better, man. I want AEW to succeed, man. If there's people that just hate AEW up in here, that's not what I'm about. So I respect the way you feel. I don't want AEW to fail. I want them to get 81,000 viewers plus more. I don't want them to lose it. And I'm trying to help. I'm trying here, bro. They don't want to hear it. They just want to put out bangers and think that that's going to do anything. Is that going to tickle the fancy of your niche? Salute to my amplified unit, man. To every single one of you guys, man. Thank you. This was an impromptu live. I put up a video earlier. Make sure you guys check that out. It was very controversial. I made people cry, probably. It's fine. It's what I do. I easily fucking piss people off, I guess, man. But not my unit. My unit can handle the fucking facts, thankfully. Even if my unit disagrees, at least they show that love and respect and they understand where I am coming from. It's from a pure, passionate place that I love pro wrestling. So I love you guys, man. You guys are the best, dude. You know, Saeed Parker. You know, bro. Sir Charles. Man, we had a lot more gold card members come up in here. Just being real, BC. Carlos and Santivia Major, a new member, by the way. Carlos, good to see you up in here, man. I know it's been a while. Jimmy Fingers just sent over a super chat. It's been a while that I saw Jimmy Fingers 19 as well. I'll get to the super chats in a little bit too, guys. But I just wanted to stick with that. So, guys, now that the rant is over, let's be real, right? I mean, the whole 42 minutes plus was real, but let's be real with anybody that thinks I'm too harsh, right? Let's play that. Let's play that for a second. I'm too harsh. BC, I think you're being very broad with your statement, right? There's no storylines that captivate. Okay, guys, let me know what you're truly excited about in AEW. We'll talk more WWE because they're no saint in this, trust me. But let's stick with AEW. What are you... don't be afraid to say it either, man. Nobody's going to jump on you if you're respectful. Because I really want to know, what am I missing? Because I watched all 2 hours. I skimmed through Rampage. Please, there ain't no way you're making me watch that shit. But what are you guys loving that is like, you cannot wait? Samoa. I guess the one good thing here is Samoa's being booked like a badass. It just can't be with Wardlow, man. Swerve Keith Lee. Easy. Swerve Keith Lee. Oh, man, that was... You see the way they say... Yeah, hey, there you go. Easy E18 says it best. Something he's looking forward to. Swerve and Lee, look what they did last night. Lee is just playing the injury, I guess. They had Wheeler Yuta show up and say... You're mean for doing that. I'll see you on Friday Night Rampage. And Swerve is like, okay. And within 20 seconds, we're getting fucking Rampage matches catapulted over to us. So easy. Even if we wanted to be fucking excited for it, there's nothing here to be excited about. We hope it's going to be good. But there's nothing. Wardlow, absolutely, Kay. Wardlow should have been booked like Samoa Joe is now. Still give Samoa Joe some awesome shit. But why can't you do this with Wardlow? You did it in the MJF storyline, and then you were like, okay, that's it, you're done. Why would we do that, man? Nada. Absolutely nothing. Nothing because it's predictable. The only thing you're looking forward to is when it ends. JR9. A lot of you guys saying a lot of you guys like Swerve. So that goes to show you that Tony doesn't have a pulse on his eye. A lot of people like Swerve, and Swerve is in a 20-second thing setting up a Wheeler Yuta Rampage match. Trash fire. And JPW is all right. So see, I just wanted to gauge my unit, and because we have to be on the same page here. Again, we can agree and disagree, of course. That's what makes human beings, and we all have our likes and dislikes. I like wrestlers, you guys don't. You guys like wrestlers, I don't. But when it comes to facts, which is what I'm spitting right now, I mean, the ratings are telling you this, guys. You can't just blame college football or high school lacrosse next week. They lost 81,000 viewers because the show was just not good. It was a lot of good matches, but pro wrestling is more than good, a compilation of good wrestling matches. I know that sounds funny, right? But you see, pro wrestling had good wrestling matches. I don't know why it wasn't a good show to you, because that's not pro wrestling. None of us grew up in the 80s watching fucking Ultimate Warrior so he could put on bangers, or Hulk Hogan, or Roddy Piper. None of us watched the 90s to see The Rock hit a fucking moonsault or to see Stone Cold hit a fucking Canadian Destroyer. I didn't watch the Ruthless Aggression to watch Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit kick out of 47 false finishes. And I sure as hell, and you sure as hell, don't need that in 2022. We don't need that shit, man. It's more than just good matches. And Tony Khan is resting on he's got a roster of over 100 good wrestlers, really great wrestlers. Let's just produce banger after banger after banger after banger and then say, good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And the ratings are showing you this is not what the majority wants. You want to grow your company. We need somebody to smack 3H's upside his dome piece, just like we said about Vince. Tony Khan is our best option still. We're trying to help him do that. When it's facts, guys, you can have opinions, but we need to come together and be real with the situation so that all of us, the amplified unit, can make this better. You can always disagree. As long as you're respectful, you can always disagree on the channel. I just ask that you know when to disagree and when we're talking about facts. Because if we're talking about facts, there's nothing to disagree about, and then you're just being a fucking idiot. And then you have to get Das Boot. Because I can't have that, because we're not trying to get to a solution. Now we're just a part of the problem. I hope you guys understand, man. I didn't create the channel just so we can all talk about our opinions. I know wrestling is in the shitter. I created the channel so we can help it. I've had the channel over 5 years, and promoters just are not understanding why their ratings are dropping, and I don't even know if they give a fuck. Tony Khan's playing with his dad's fucking money, and it's an endless array of money. Tony Khan basically has real human beings as wrestlers, and he's using them as action figures. Did any of you guys growing up ever have the toy ring? It was a WWE ring, and you had all the little Mattel action figures, and you acted like you were running a promotion. And you had your champions and your jobbers. Right, I mean, this is basically Tony Khan playing with his fucking little promotion. The only difference is it's a real promotion with real human beings, and this guy's just playing his favorites. Alana just said that, by the way. Got Miro in some trouble, I bet. Lana said Vince has his favorites, Paul Levesque, Triple H has his favorites, and Tony Khan has his favorites, and Miro's not one of them. So Miro said, I'm waiting by the phone, but it's not my call. I'm waiting. So Tony Khan said about all the people that were frustrated that they're not getting time on AEW, you know what Tony Khan said? Tony Khan said, I smile when I hear that because NFL backup quarterbacks don't complain to the coach because they're not getting playing time. NBA backup point guards don't start, what do you say? Backup point guards don't start complaining to the coach because they're not getting minutes. And I'm like, did you just compare your talent that you're not giving work to? Are you comparing them to backup second and third stringers? I mean, this guy doesn't understand that the words he is saying in his interviews are hurting his fucking roster tenfold. It's just insane what comes out of the mouth of Tony Khan, man. But both of them have their dick riders. Tony Khan's got his in AEW. No matter what he does, they're going to defend it, right? BC's always going to be the asshole. I'm always negative. He's doing fine. And 3H's is always going to have that. 3H's is, no matter what 3H's does, he's going to have people coming up with an excuse. What happened at Money in the Bank with Austin Theory? It's okay, guys. Theory needed to be repackaged. Not having a show on the day after Monday night or the day after Christmas, even though 2 separate house shows were going on live across the fucking U.S. No, it's okay. He wants people to be with their families, BC. I like this. Then why not the other 2 fucking house shows? Why split them up and use even more talent when you didn't have to? Because he got greedy. He just didn't want to be out of his house. He brings back 1,000 fucking people and doesn't know what to do with them. He 50-50 books everybody, but we're going to give him a pass. Because it's 3 H's. Give it time, BC. He's correcting Vince's wrongs. He ran out of time to BC. How's that? That's it. There is no more fucking time for 3 H's. Salute to my unit. I've been trying to get a sip of coffee for 51 minutes. This is my 9th coffee of the day, so don't worry. As you can tell, I'm already fully amplified. But let me give a salute to all my amp unit. Oh, that's too fucking good, man. My amplified news, that's the last thing you need, BC, is more amplification, more caffeine, more sugar. But that's what we do in this community, man. They ain't built like BC. BC's a different breed, bro. They say, he's a maniac. He's a lunatic. That BC, he's nuts. No, I'm just amplified, motherfucker. I want pro wrestling to be better, man. I want pro wrestling to be better. There's no reason MJF should be in a skybox this week and that's it. There's no reason Wardlow should be booked like that. There's no reason we should have no storylines that are captivating us. In the whole AEW world, all of AEW, there's nothing that is captivating me right now. And I know I can speak for most of you guys. And I can tell that just by ratings alone. What are they going to get next week, guys? Are they going to go back over 900? Come on, man. Let me go over to, so again, guys, the ratings, WWE, who put on a review show, got 1,075,000. I can't believe 1 million people wanted to watch that shit. And AEW couldn't even beat the review show. They lost 81,000 viewers because they just decided to put on a bunch of matches. And they lost 81,000 viewers, and they went right back to 800,000. 876, I think it was. And the new excuse this week is college football. Every week it's a different excuse. It's a holiday. It's a presidential thing. It's a game. It's a different sport. It's just always something, guys. And I always tell you guys, if that's the case, then you could how many weeks are in a year? 52, 56? I think it's 52, right? I don't know where I'm getting 56 from. 52 weeks. You can take 22 to 30 weeks and just cancel them then. And because there's always going to be an excuse anyway. So we're only holding accountable AEW for 20. And I say the same thing about WWE, by the way. Monday Night Football, playoffs, presidential shit. Same thing with the WWE. If you think I'm canceling 22 fucking weeks and giving them a mulligan because they failed to produce a good show, you're on the wrong fucking channel, man. No way, bro. I would never allow that. I'm not saying that these things don't affect them a little bit, guys. Playoffs, presidential, even college. Okay, you get a dent a little bit. If you're producing... Guys, I lived through the Attitude Era. I know what that did to Monday Night Football. They fucked them up. I know what you can do if you're producing a great show. That's why I don't give mulligans easily. I lived through the Attitude. I know what's up, bro. I know when somebody feels like something's really good, you're at least going to flip back and forth and change the number in their favor. Guys, I want to go over to my... Guys, I was on 25 minutes of notice tonight, so thank you for the hundreds that were here live, and I know most of you guys will catch us later. To the thousands that are going to catch us over the next 24 hours, I appreciate you guys, even though you're not catching this live. I still appreciate the fact that you took the time to listen to BC vent for what's going to be over an hour. Hours after I just put up a whole fucking hour and 14-minute video, by the way. Hour 15 minutes. Yeah, make sure you smash those ups too, guys. Let's get that 150 plus up front for sure. Up live. Let me go over to my supers real quick because I want to... Allison Tuckwab left a $49.99 banger when we started this shit. And then Allison Tuckwab came in with another $49.99 banger. 250 bombs, guys. 250 banger bombs by Allison, who says, I watched Dynamite. I was into it, but I lost interest in it because it seems like the shows are more of the men wrestling and not enough women. I was going to say what you just said about someone winning the belt and then going to WWE. Did you get rid of your assistant? Sasha will be back eventually. It's a whole nother story. The holidays and all that. So that's the deal on the assistant, Allison. As far as not enough women matches, Tony Khan doesn't know how to book the women. Right now, 3H's doesn't even know how to book the women in WWE. And on top of that, wrestling fans just are not digging a lot of women's wrestling, and it's sad. So the promoters and the fans, man, I don't know what we all have to do, but we have to come together and find out what is the problem with women's wrestling. Because there's a lot of really great women talent, more than ever right now. And a lot of them can talk. A lot of them, if you put them in storylines, can rock it. And there's just no connection, and Tony Khan can't be bothered, just like 3H's. And 3H's brought back all of a lot of ladies. And NXT, he booked the ladies really well. That was one of his good spots. On the main roster, he doesn't know how to book them. So yeah, it's all fucking just dudes, women match, dudes. That's a Tony Khan classic. And as far as you were gonna mention Dragon Lee. I put up a whole video on that earlier. I cover the Dragon Lee situation and how Tony Khan and FTR was done dirty. They took the titles and then moments later got on the mic and said, "By the way, I'm going to WWE." Dragon Lee said, "Peace, gotcha." And Triple H, at midnight, posted that shit on his social. And the sticker still says FTR, but now it's in the possession of a dude that now works for 3H's. I mean, man, did FTR get burned, man. Tony, that's what happens when you open up all these forbidden doors. Allison, I appreciate the banger bombs. You rock. Also, from earlier super chats, man, Strick Tango with a 5 spot says, "Hope you are doing well, BC. It's been a while since I caught the stream live due to my busy routine. Bet nothing exciting has happened in both companies." Strick Tango, it's been a while. You're back, and nothing has changed. We're still amplified. We surely didn't change. We're still amplified. We're trying to make pro wrestling great again. But as far as the companies, Strict Tango, you missed literally nothing. 3H's didn't even give us a show this Monday, guy. I mean, think of that, Strict Tango. He couldn't even be bothered to give us a live show for USA Network's Raw. No, but he took 2 separate units and had them go make him money in the U.S., Columbus, Ohio, and Madison Square Garden. 2 separate shows the day after Christmas. So he was making money. He just couldn't be bothered to put on a production. And as far as AEW, they put on a show Wednesday, and it wasn't even a show. It was just a bunch of matches. I mean, that's something you would expect at a house show. And you get a lot of bangers, and you chant your chants. Nothing really happens of storyline value, but you save that for the television show. Instead, this was the television show, and Tony Khan gave us nothing. So, Strict Tango, you literally missed nothing, bro. Let me go over to Mitch. Mitch is back up, and I haven't seen Mitch in a second, man. Mitch Bergeron, $4.99. Keep up the good work, BC. Watch most of your videos after they post, even though I don't watch pro wrestling anymore. Always enjoy your vids. Take care. Mitch, if it's okay, I would like to repeat that, man. Mitch, I appreciate that. If you're still up in the chat or if you catch this later, Mitch, I appreciate those words so much. I'm going to repeat them. That's a level of respect right there, man. So Mitch doesn't even watch wrestling anymore because it's so bad. But Mitch says, keep up the good work, BC. I watch most of your videos after they post, even though I don't watch pro wrestling anymore. I always enjoy your videos. Take care. Mitch, that's badass, dude. I appreciate you stopping by. You don't got to catch every video if you don't watch wrestling anymore. I totally understand that a lot of you guys at times are just going to... Wrestling is just... It's going to be so bad that you just can't do it anymore. But I hope all of you guys every now and again stop by to say what's up to BC. I appreciate that big time. JB's Productions, 10 spot. JB's Productions says keep up. Oh, no, that was Mitch. JB's Productions says sending a few coffees from the UK, bro. JB's Productions. Let me give a proper salute to the UK up in there, man. Let me give you a major salute. JB's Productions over in the UK, man. The amplified unit is worldwide. Who is that? Titus? Titus. Remember when Titus slid down the fucking the greatest Royal Rumble? He was running. He fell fucking face first into the fucking underneath the ring, bro. Thank goodness that bar wasn't there. That could have been devastating. I don't know why I always think of that. JB's Productions over in the UK. Salute. Good seeing you up in here, man. Oh, dude, that was the funniest thing, Amp Unit. That Titus thing, I cannot stop, man. I just remember Corey Graves not being able to control himself in his laughter. And then BC couldn't fucking stop laughing. And then Corey kept laughing, so I kept laughing. A. Merrick, my gold member card status. A. Merrick with a 5-spot coffee says, just paying for a coffee here. I'm at work. And unfortunately, my break is almost over. Let's kick ass. With that fired up emoji. A. Merrick, man, already a gold card member. I appreciate the coffee as well, dude. It's always good to see one of my tried and trues. I'm talking from way back. A. Merrick up in here. Kicking ass at work, by the way. On his break, showing the love. Man, those are the fucking... I'm telling you, man. Those are the super chats I love to look at, man. You guys making sure you're going to find a way to say what's up to BC and give a salute. I love that. A. Merrick, I hope you're kicking ass at work, man. Appreciate the coffee. James Miller... Gold card up in this bitch. James Miller with a 5-spot says, YouTube fucked me over and took me off seeing the live stream. We'll be back in 4 weeks. James, no, bro. That happens sometimes. And I have a 4-week initiation period where in order to even say anything, you got to be an AMP Unit member for 4 weeks. You got to pay your dues. So, man, the tube doesn't notify a lot of people these days anyway, either for the live stream. So, guys, always make sure you're notified, not just subscribed. But also keep checking back on the channel, even if you don't get a notification, because a lot of you guys are telling me you don't get notified for live streams sometimes. So the notification bell, wherever that is down below, that's your best bet. But sometimes that fails as well. James Miller, we know you're a tried and true. We'll be waiting for you in 4 weeks, bro. And every now and again, throw a coffee up just so we can fucking say what's up. James Miller with another 5-spot too says, what up, Iron Riaz? Showing love to the AMP Unit. Can't replay the live. James, we got you, man. Iron Riaz, is it your birthday, bro? Are you still up in the chat? I think I saw something like Iron Riaz. It's your birthday. Oh, thank you, man. Well, over 150 live on the ups too. We ended up hitting that goal. Fuck yeah, man. Let's go to 175 now on the ups. Fuck it. Set it up nice for my the thousands that'll be up in here over the next 24 hours. Iron, happy birthday, man. James Miller, thank you for sending that over, man. I thought I saw that. James Miller, appreciate that. Chris Murray, I haven't seen Chris in a long time, man. 2-spot. Chris says, no psychology these days. Wardlow, jeez. With the fucking... Inspector Gadget emoji is what I call it. Like, what the fuck are they doing with Wardlow? Chris Murray, first of all, it's good to see you back up in here, man. Number 2, I don't know what he's doing with Wardlow. It's either he honestly doesn't know how to book him, or he's internally sabotaging him over and over and over on purpose. Other than that, Chris, I have no idea, dude. Big Nang and Marie showing those happy birthday love over to Iron. Allison Tuckwab, 199. I am a little slow. Sorry. Allison, you don't gotta fucking apologize for that, man. This stream goes quick. My amplified unit is spitting off fucking ideas and thoughts. So, Allison, take your fucking time. You know? The super chats obviously allow me to see the message, but feel free to talk to anybody up in the chat and just relax. It's not fucking speed dating. It's not fucking a speed chat where you got to spit out every thought that comes to your dome piece, Allison. Relax. Let the amplified man do all the ranting. Let me do all the work. And you guys just relax in the fucking chat. Allison, you never need to apologize. Much love and respect. Allison also with a 1999 says, Tony told the wrestlers he had a bunch of money to take on Vince McMahon. Wish I was there. I would have said, don't you mean your brother's money? It's his father's, Allison. His father's distributing all the money he needs to battle Vince. The problem is I don't even know if he wants to battle Vince or H. He just wants to play with his action figures. And as a grown adult, Tony Khan's action figures are the actual human wrestlers. Allison. Much love and respect. It's too funny, man. DeMonte, a lot of happy birthday for Iron Riaz. Sir Charles said, rich kid shit. Love that. Sir Charles. Oh, hold on. Where'd I leave off over here, man? Shit, I gotta get back over to I gotta stick to the list, BC. Haley Lucas, 10 spot Haley. Before I read that, let me just give a salute to Haley. I haven't seen Haley up here in a fucking hot minute. Haley Lucas says, I agree with you, BC. You need good storytelling to give intrigue to the viewers. That's all I'm saying, Haley. Just fucking give us the storylines with the bangers. Why can't we meet in the middle? All the fucking idiots that just want bangers and think that's what pro wrestling should be in 2022. Just a bunch of fucking bangers. All what they practiced when they were kids growing up in their fucking backyard on the trampoline. Now we see it in the ring, and that should be pro wrestling. It's evolved, BC. I think it's devolved, but it went backwards, but that's another story. But why can't you get your bangers and give us storylines with it? Why can't we meet in the middle? Right now, you're getting everything that you guys want, the people that want the bangers, not my amplified unit, but the people that just want bangers. We know that it's not working. Try it our way. Institute really good storylines and watch the ratings go through the roof. Watch your excitement become tenfold. Just try it our way. Try it Haley Lucas's way. Try it BC's way. Try it JR's way. Try it Carlos's way. Try it Jacqueline's way. Try it Easy Does It's way. Try it Renee G's way. Try it Colin's way. Try it Chris's way. Try it Alicia's way. Try it Sir Charles's way. WWE, AEW Marvel fan, Deontay Thomas, The Wisdom of Charlie Grin, Malachi Ward, Eric Leno, Jack Brewer, Pile Driver Finisher, Crimson Blue 82. Try it our way. Try it our way. Derek Fleming Jr., Justin Jones, Eric Leno. Did I already say Eric? Just try it our way. That's the fucking point here. Pride will not let them try it our way, says Carlos. Carlos, that is a beautiful fucking quote. You're exactly right, bro. DJ is a prodigy. That's it, G. Glover. Bangers are good. Give us the storylines. You have the complete package. Until they give us the storylines, we just have half the package. Christopher Blackshear. Gold card status up in here. What up, Christopher? Just saw Christopher up in here, too. Majin Styles. You know, man. Exactly, Serge. If you just have the stories with the shit, you're gonna double your audience. You'll be fucking with 1516 by the end of next year. That's not even an elusive number, guys. Redhead Kingpin, you know, bro. I mean, Brianna, Kevin Johnston, Sabres News Consolidated. Try it our fucking way, man. Allison knows. And love for the Packers too, Allison. Santivia Major knows. Iron Riaz, you know, my point is, my amplified unit knows. The ratings are telling you that that's what we need. Try the fucking storylines. Anyway, Haley Lucas, that was a long-winded answer. It's good to see you up in here, and that's all I'm saying, man. I'm not trying to be the asshole in the community. I know I am, but I'm not trying to, believe it or not. I'm trying to help. It's just a lot of people can't handle the facts. They think I'm just telling my opinion, and I'm just a loudmouth New Yorker. He's a loudmouth New Yorker, and he just yells, and he thinks his opinion is better than others. Nope. I can give a shit about my opinion. I don't care about my opinion at all. I don't give a fuck about what I like and don't like in pro wrestling. That's secondary. I care about what the fuck needs to happen so we can get a better wrestling show, product, company, industry. Haley Lucas, salute. Dante Jaron 23 199 says, I bet the next trio defense will be best of 7 also. Well, once they did this, you saw what they did with the tournaments and all that shit, and the battle royals. Tony Khan runs them into the fucking ground. So it's just a matter of time before we have the next best of 7. He doesn't know what he's doing with this trios division. It is going to be a circus sideshow, and I knew it was going to be. He can't even book his tag team division. Neither of these promotions can book a legit tag division that's meaningful or prestigious or relevant. So what does he do? He comes up with a trios division. And what's next? He'll have an 8-man tag division. Dante Jaron 23, you know, dude. Jacqueline Robinson, gold card status is 10 with a 10 spot, says after most wrestlers were stuck in Saudi Arabia 2019, the next night on SmackDown went head to head, short notice. So fans need to stop making excuses for 3H's when he has time. Thank you for your truth and facts on these videos, BC. Jacqueline, I appreciate you. Thank you for being able to take these facts and understand where I am coming from. So I thank you, Jacqueline. And you're exactly right. Do you guys remember when they were stuck in Saudi? Is that when they brought the NXT crew over? I think Adam Cole had a match that night. Was that with Daniel Bryan? At the time, I think he was called Daniel Bryan. I forget, but I think that's when the NXT crew came over and they produced a show. They found a way. And that's exactly what I mean. Find a fucking way. Back then, they gave a fuck. What I'm noticing in 2022 is the promoters don't give a fuck. They truly don't. Thank you guys for not correcting me, but backing up my statement that was when NXT had to be utilized back then. I do remember that. Who did Adam Cole take on? Wasn't that Bryan Danielson? Daniel Bryan? And they had a banger. Jacqueline Robinson, no doubt. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that you guys are confirming that in the chat. Guys, we're just a couple away from 175 on the ups. I would like to hit that so we can focus on 200 plus on the ups. So let's make sure we hit 175, please, on the ups. Easy Does It's back up in this bitch. I haven't seen Easy Does It in a minute, so salute to Easy Does It. New card member holder as well. Gold card status, 5 spot. Do these people claiming for bangers realize it's not a real sport / competition? Laugh my ass off. Wrestling was never about the moves. What are the companies doing? That's what I labeled this video, man. I could say, what is AEW and WWE doing? But because today is really about AEW because of Dynamite last night, and today's video earlier was about AEW, and there's so much stories coming up with FTR and Dragon Lee and CM Punk and Dax, and in the rating dropping 81,000 viewers because of bangers, I felt that we need to focus a little bit more on AEW, but you can say the same about WWE as well. All of professional wrestling doesn't realize anymore that it takes more than bangers. You need the storylines, and you're exactly right. I just brought up one of the examples that I like to give, Easy Does It, is in the 80s, we didn't give a fuck about what banger Ultimate Warrior, Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan, or any of them were going to give us. It didn't matter about the banger. We cared about the storyline so much, we had to see the culminating match at the pay-per-view. In the 90s, we didn't care if Stone Cold was doing a Canadian Destroyer, or if The Undertaker was going to do a shooting star press, or if The Rock was going to do 6 suicide dives in a row. We didn't give a fuck. We cared about the storylines, and we needed to see what happens in them in the culminating matches and moments. In the early 2000s and going deep into the 2000s with the Guerreros and the Benoits and the Batistas and the John Cenas, I didn't care about bangers, and most of you guys didn't. It was storylines. What do we give a fuck about? What is interesting us to make us want to tune in every Monday and Friday and put our fucking remote control down? Why in 2022 are we just okay with not having stories, man? Every once in a while we get one and we're like, say, we got one. Bray Wyatt in LA Knight, we got one. Daniel Bryan and MJF are sort of in one. No, they're not. This guy's in a skybox looking at his match. Wow, what a story. That's not how you utilize MJF, bro. Bryan Danielson, I feel so... Do you guys remember when this guy was on top of the world, guys? Daniel Bryan? Yes. Yeah, everything this guy did was magic. Now, I understand some of that wore off during the years that he was gone because of his neck injury. I get it. But I cannot tell you how irrelevant this guy feels. He is so good. Why does he feel so mid? Wardlow seems so mid when he had all the momentum in the world. FTR seems so mid. They're below mid booking-wise. Tony Khan books them into the fucking ground. I don't understand, man. Anyway, can you tell Easy Does It? I totally fucking agree. Jimmy Fingers 19, 1019, Jimmy Fingers. 19, good to see you up in here, man. BC, unfortunately, the Acclaimed are suffering the same fate as Wardlow after he chased and won the gold. The list is longer, but I just don't give a shit anymore about this product. I am invested in nothing. And Jimmy Fingers 19 is a tried and true wrestling fan. I want you guys to know that. He's a tried and true on the channel, but a tried and true wrestling fan. Listen to him again, man. Listen to Jimmy Fingers 19, man. BC, unfortunately, the Acclaimed are suffering the same fate as Wardlow after he chased and won the gold. The list is longer, but I just don't give a shit anymore about this product. I am invested in nothing. I mean, that is what I am hearing from my amplified unit left and right, and it's how I feel, man. It's like nothing is interesting. Not even Daniel Bryan excites me. And I feel like I'm in an alternate universe. You watched the show last night. Denver is having an orgasm through this match. Bryan versus Page, and every chant, they're on their feet. It's electric. And I have to catch myself. I'm like, wait, am I missing something? Like, is this really an awesome... What am I missing? No, there's Page doing a typical Page match. It was a good Ethan Page match. It was a clinic on Bryan Danielson. So it was a good match. But nothing to literally blow your load on, guys. I mean, I don't know what was in the water in Denver last night, and that makes for a great atmosphere, but that's what I mean. A show like this is for a house show when you just produce one match after one match after a match after a match after a match. And you have such good talent that they're all going to be bangers, but that's not a television show. A television show, you need storylines attached to every one of those matches. None of them had a good storyline. Most of them didn't have any storyline to it. I feel like I'm just talking in circles now, man. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Moving on. Jimmy Fingers 19, yeah. I feel you, brother, on that. Honestly. Christopher Blackshear 199 says 3 H's and TK need to be bullwhipped for horrible shows. They need to be told the truth. And it can't just be BC. It can't just be podcasters. It needs to be everybody. It needs to be fans of the shows, fans of the companies, fans of pro wrestling. We need to start being honest, man. If you truly love WWE, be honest and call 3 H's out on this shit. If you truly love AEW, be honest and call Tony Khan out on this shit. If you truly like the product, then I don't know what you would do if I told you, like I'm about to, that you could be getting something 100 times better. What if you were told you can get something 100 times better? Wouldn't you want that? I am telling you, by watching this shit for over fucking 3 decades, that you can get and should be getting better than this garbage. So if you like what you're witnessing now, damn, they're giving you bare minimum status, and that's being generous. Christopher Blackshear, always good seeing you up in here, man. Silver Black 31 with a couple of 5 spots. Silver Black, good seeing you up in here, man. I haven't seen Silver Black 31 in a minute either, by the way. I was there at that Dynamite in Denver. The show was good, but the going home in that snowstorm was more amped than the show. I heard about that shit, man. I saw like pics and vids from the arena, and I was like, oh, that's why they were more happy than anything. They were happy to be out of that shit. I'm glad the fucking production trucks were able to put the satellite feed through, man. Or maybe it wouldn't have mattered to people like BC, but good you made it out of that, Silver Black 31. I heard all about that shit, and I saw some vids and pics on that. Silver Black 31 also says, speaking of over talent, House of Black was over in Denver, and TK had them on Dark Elevation. Yeah, this is what I mean. Silver Black 31, I didn't even say anything about that, because there's so much that Tony Khan is doing wrong. And he just doesn't know what he's doing booking-wise. He's horrible at booking. But he'll be claimed Booker of the Year or some crazy shit by one of these stupid journalists. House of Black just came back a month ago, a little less than a month ago, something like that, right? They just came back. They started to get a little momentum, and they're not even on Dynamite. They're just shoved on the Rampage where you might get 500,000 viewers. Is that the best thing to do? I'm not saying you got to utilize them every week in this giant situation, but is this the best for them right now? Of course not. Thank you for even mentioning that, Silver Black 31. Forgot to even mention that shit. People's Champ 1983, you're right. Ember Moon has been living on fucking Dark or Rampage. Or no, what did you... Silver Black, they were on Dark Elevation. They weren't even on Rampage. Wait, so House of Black was on Dark Elevation? I can't even. If that is true, If they weren't even on Rampage, it was Dark Elevation, where you have to go and find Malachi Black. Then I can't even with this fucking dude. Wow. If that is true, man. Somebody confirm that shit. I bet you it is true. Jer9 says it is true, but Jer9, thank you. It was on YouTube. Ashley Steggles, gold card. Ashley says it was already on YouTube. Wow. House of Black is just on fucking... He's just on YouTube. He's on Dark. He's like, BC, man. BC's competition is Malachi. I mean, what the fuck are we doing here? I guess that's where we're at, man. I guess that's where we're at with this guy. I don't even know. I can't. Who was that? Silver Black 31. Thank you for that. I don't know what to say about it. Jimmy Fingers 2019 says, I know nobody watches Impact, but Bully Ray and Dreamer are more interesting than what 3H's and TK are doing. Who the fuck wants to see Darby near the TNT title again? Not me. Still can't get over Sammy Guevara beating Miro for that title. Jimmy Figures 19, exclamation point times 10, bro. I'm with you. I still can't get over the Guevara Miro shit. I can't get over the Cody Sammy shit. There was no reason Cody needed to get that from Sammy, and I love Cody. So I'm still befuddled by that. I'm befuddled that Wardlow looked like a fucking idiot last night, and it's Darby Allin versus Samoa Joe is the big setup match to end AEW Dynamite last night. I can't fathom that that's what we waited 2 hours for. To see Darby fucking Allin hit Samoa with a fucking skateboard. By the way, thank you for 175 on the ups. Now we are on our way to 200 plus live on 25 minutes of notice. So I really do appreciate that, guys. And I know this is a controversial, touchy subject, right? I'm pissing off a lot of WWE fans. I'm pissing off a lot of AEW fans because I'm so harsh. I'm just telling all this truth. So I know a lot of people don't want to press the fucking like and they don't want to show the support because they're angry right now. Oh, fuck you, man. I'm going to keep listening, but I don't agree with anything. I understand. But it still is true. So for everybody that showed that level of respect and love, man, I appreciate it. Right back to you. And now let's go toward 200 on those ups. Jimmy Fingers 19. Bro, yeah, and I don't know about Bully Ray and Dreamer. I don't like what Bully Ray says 90% of the time. I think he's a fucking idiot. But, I mean, I'm not shocked that when he gets into a ring that he is not going to captivate more than 90+% of what Tony Khan has in AEW right now. I bet you Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer would be. I bet you fucking Sabu would right now. I bet you the fucking Sandman would right now. I bet you Raven would right now. Just incredible. Any ECW back in the day, ECW talent, I bet you entertainment-wise, intrigue-wise, they would give me more captivation than intrigue and excitement than anything Tony Khan's putting out. I bet you, man. Oh, man. Jimmy Fingers 19. Unreal, man. Kim T, 999. Kim T. My gold card member, Kim T. I was surprised to see that Judgment Day, which got millions of views on the tube, only got 3-minute segment on Raw. You think they replayed Dom's arrest, but showing Bianca's bio was more important. Not just that, Kim T. And people may love John Cena. That's fine. They played the 7-minute John Cena package again. We have seen this package 3 fucking times. 7-minute John Cena package going through his whole life and career. You would think the dude is entering the Hall of Fame or he sadly passed away. But no, he's just wrestling a weird tag team match on SmackDown Friday night. We get the same Bianca bio that we've seen 4 times. Or if you're a fan like BC, I've already seen it. Maybe that's the first time you guys saw it. But you're exactly right. And instead of giving us the fucking television that's actually intriguing, like Dom's arrest, showing up to the fucking Mysterios, Mama Mysterio smacking the shit out of Rhea Ripley flipping out in the middle of the fucking Florida road as Dom fucking goes away in the police cruiser, Dom yelling out, "My mom hit my mommy," and that was shoved on social media. 3 H's probably didn't even know that was happening, guys. Kim T. Salum. Jimmy Fingers 19, 219. Jimmy Fingers 19 says, when I have trouble sleeping, I YouTube Wheeler, Utah. Jimmy Fingers giving a knockout blow to Wheeler Utah up in this bitch. Jimmy Fingers, I gotta repeat that, Jimmy Fingers. I gotta give you some heat here, Jimmy Fingers 19. When I have trouble sleeping, I YouTube Wheeler Utah. You did not, bro. Jimmy Fingers 19 over here, fucking decking motherfuckers over in AE. Jimmy Fingers 19. Chris Underwood. I haven't seen Chris Underwood in a minute, too. Chris Underwood's probably working, kicking that ass. $4.99. Coffee from Chris Underwood says, nothing but facts, my brother. Dropped in to buy the Ant-Man a coffee and give well wishes for the new year. Thanks for being you. Cheers. Chris, man, that is such an awesome fucking super chat. If you don't mind, I would like to repeat that. Chris Underwood, one of my tried and trues I don't get to see too often, says, nothing but facts, my brother. Dropped in to buy the Ant-Man a coffee and give well wishes for the new year. Thanks for being you. Cheers. Thank you for being you, Chris Underwood. Thank you for showing that love and respect over to the channel for the longest time. And I truly mean that, man. I come on to this platform. I yell about pro wrestling. I hoot, I holler, I scream, I rant, I scare people away probably, right? People don't know how to take me. They think I'm a jerk, I'm an asshole, I'm a douchebag, I'm a scumbag because I'm saying things they don't agree with, or I'm upsetting them because of their favorite wrestler or their favorite promotion. And people like you, Chris Underwood, you show up all the fucking time, even if I don't see up in a chat. I know you're catching a lot of these, and you're smashing that up. Even if you're not leaving a comment, I know you're smashing that up. You're not just ninja watching. You're smashing the up. You're showing love and respect. And it's people like you that make BC keep doing this. It's people like my gold card members. You see all those green names in the chat with the gold card next to it? It's people like them showing another level of respect that makes me keep coming. I don't have to do this, man. This started out as a hobby. It became fucking a little bigger than that because we got successful. But I don't have to do this shit. I do this because you guys are fucking epic. So anyway, I'm not going to get sentimental up in this bitch. But Chris Underwood, I appreciate that, man. Big time. Salute. And Ashley Steggles, one of my tried and trues, gold card status, $8.99, says, going of my super thanks, the top 3 worst pay-per-views from WWE. Third is Royal Rumble. Wait, what are we doing here, Ashley? Going off my super thanks. The top 3 worst pay-per-views from WWE. The third is the Royal Rumble. The second is the Survivor Series. And the first is Day 1. This goes to show that they started 2022 bad and ended 2022 bad for pay-per-views. Ashley, are you talking about my good, bad, and the ugly reviews? Or are you just saying that's your assessment? Ashley, you still up in here? I'm on a delay here, guys. Give me a second. I want to see what Ashley's saying exactly because I think you're saying good, bad, and the ugly. Good, the bad, and the... Okay, so I had... Ashley, what's up, man? So are you talking my good, the bad, and the ugly review? So basically, I had the Royal Rumble as the third worst. Survivor Series. Third is Rumble. Second was Survivor Series. Day 1 was the worst in terms of BC's good, the bad, and the ugly. Damn. Well, there you go, man. I don't predetermine that shit either, man. I watch the show live with you guys, and we come to that conclusion together. So there you go, Ashley Steggles. Dropping the fact bombs there, bro. Ashley, salute. Jack Brewer, 5-spot, would love to see BC interview Triple H and TK. That will be fun. Jack Brewer, I don't think they're going to do that, man. But damn, if they want to get real, you put BC, and I love Renee Young, Renee Paquette. But if you want to put BC in the middle of 3 H's and TK, then we can get to the bottom of shit. Then we can fucking do that shit, man. Yeah, so who was that? Oh, let me go back. Jack Brewer. I'd love to, because I would not sugarcoat the questions. You guys know that, or I don't want to do it. I wouldn't be kissing their ass just because I got the opportunity, like some fucking people in this community. No. I'm going to come with a list. I'll have 10 questions, right? I don't want to overwhelm them. They each can answer them, but I'm going to show them this is it. and I'm not budging on them. And if you don't want to do it, then you ain't going to do it. Jack Brewer. That would be fun, but I just don't see them having the fucking balls to do that. Salute, gold card, Jack Brewer. Appreciate that, man. Also, I want to give a shout out over to, or a super chat shout out. Ashley Steggles with another 449 says Royal Rumble was 3 up in the bad against the Survivor Series. Was up 5 in the bad against the good, and day 1 was 9 up in the bad against the good. So Rumble, Survivor Series, and yeah, I mean, I should probably go back and do something like that. I know JR9 always does an awesome fucking... JR9, you didn't produce your results yet, did you? JR9's going to come up with some awesome statistics of all of the good, the bad, and the uglies. Or I think you already did because we already... Oh, I think you already did on that. So was it the fruit roll-ups that we're still getting? I think it's the fruit roll-ups, JR9. That's what it was. So JR9 already distributed the list, I believe, for the good, the bad, and the uglies. I got to go back to that, Ashley Steggles. I appreciate it. Redhead Kingpin, 2-spot. Wardlow's booking is Mad Dog 2020 booking. Awful. You ain't kidding, brother. It's beyond awful at this point, but people are going to say it's leading to a storyline. Everybody relax. Wardlow is fine. He's going to come back repackaged. Why the fuck would Wardlow need to be repackaged? What? How are you finding faults with Wardlow? He was already had all the momentum in the world 3 different times in 2022. He didn't need to be repackaged. Just book him properly. You don't have to worry about repackaging anybody. But people will find excuses. This is what we do, man. Redhead Kingpin, no doubt. Jimmy Fingers 19, 519 BC. The reason you always remember Titus World Slade is because it was one of the most entertaining moments we have gotten in wrestling in 5 years. Jimmy Fingers 19, you're exactly right, bro. That is exactly fucking correct. The only reason I keep remembering that is because it's one of the only things to actually entertain us. And if Corey Graves was being honest, by the way, if Corey Graves was being honest, he would tell you that one of the only entertaining shit things that he saw in the last 5 years was Titus World Slide at the greatest Royal Rumble when he slid underneath the ring by accident. Fucking slipped and fell. And Corey Graves couldn't stop laughing. And Corey Graves catches every fucking Monday night and all the pay-per-views, and he will tell you, if he was being honest, that was one of the most entertaining things. It is sad when a fucking accident, a slip, a fall is more entertaining than anything that you're producing. So Jimmy Fingers 19, even though that's supposed to be comedic, you're actually correct. Jimmy Fingers 19. Prime Killer 5-spot. I see Wardlow going back to MJF as his muscle again, making his face run a waste. I think that would just be a waste of Wardlow tenfold. It would be like just throwing in the towel and admitting you have nothing for him. So I don't think he could ever go back and be the muscle again. But you know what's sad, Prime Killer? Is you could be correct because it's something Tony Khan would do. And by the way, guys, thank you for over 200 on the ups. Let's go to 225 now. And again, this is on 25 minutes of notice before I put up this live stream. So to have the hundreds of you guys live is awesome, but I know the thousands that come in, they're going to see that we whooped ass, even on a controversial subject like AEW and WWE fucking up and not producing what they should be. I know this is a subject and subjects that piss a lot of people off and makes people cry. But man, are we doing this discussion the best way possible in this community. Colin 199. Hey BC, you know Tony loves his action figures. Oh, I know, Colin. And now, as a grown-up sort of Tony Khan, the human wrestlers are his action figures. And AEW is his little wrestling ring, his little fake promotion that he ran when he was a kid, and he acted with the action figures like he had a wrestling promotion. Now, AEW, he made his action figures come to life, basically. He made that fake ring, or that little toy ring, he made it come to life. And you could tell he's booking for an audience of one. I don't know what this dude's obsession is with seeing a bunch of dudes in their underwear do a bunch of moves together, and then the match ends after 20 minutes, and then we get another fucking banger match, and then another banger match, and there's no storylines. Like, this cannot be what made him fall in love with pro wrestling. It can't be. Colin, you know, brother. William F. Always good to see William F. in here, man. 10-spot BC. Wish you and the AMP unit the best 2023. William F. I truly mean this, man. Kick ass in 2023, man. Kick the shit out of 2023. I wish you the very best, man. So right back to you, William F. Salute. Colin with a $4.99 says, in the Rufus regression, when Kane on a mask, I'm not going to lie, I got scared. Oh, ruthless aggression. I like that. Rufus regression. When Kane had on that mask, I ain't going to lie, I got scared. That's when it was fun, bro. Kane looked badass with some of those masks, and he was booked properly a lot of the time back then. Then all of a sudden, Vince McMahon started fucking using Kane oddly. Then all of a sudden, he had to do a face heel turn 76 times. And before you knew it, we didn't even want to see Kane. But there was a time where Kane was badass, dude. So, Colin, that's nothing to be ashamed of, man. I'm sure a lot of people were fucking scared. I was around as a kid when The Undertaker debuted. And people were literally fucking scared shitless, hiding behind their fucking parents when The Undertaker came down the aisle. K. Doherty. K with a 10 spot. What up, K? I've been listening to you for a good minute. Just joined tonight. Love your enthusiasm and on-point comments. Next to Don Tony, you are the most truthful wrestling podcaster, and I respect that the most. I appreciate that. I don't know the other podcaster you're talking about, to be honest, but I appreciate the words, man. Just joined, so I'm guessing you became a channel member tonight, K. Doherty. I appreciate that, K. I'm just asking one thing, man. I'm going to say shit that you don't agree with at times. I'm going to say shit that you're going to get pissed about. I'm asking that you just don't cry about it. Because there's some people that say, BC, I love you, man. Just found the channel. You're great. And then the second that they don't agree with something or they cry about something because I don't like their favorite wrestler or I thought a show sucked that they really enjoyed, and then they literally start shitting their pants and they say, BC, man, fuck that. So I love to have you, K. Doherty, and all my new members. But just please, if you're going to be a part of the AMP unit, my one request is that you are a badass wrestling fan. You can take the fucking truth. Even if you don't agree with it, you can handle facts. So, K. Doherty, I appreciate it. Much love and respect. K. Doherty, salute. And hopefully, K, I can keep dropping those truth bombs for you, bro. Oh, hold on, yeah. Oh, I like that, K. I saw that. I checked to see if K was still up in the chat. K says, see the above comment. I'm 44. Nothing bothers me. And I've been a wrestling fan since I was 4. I love it, K. That's what I want to hear, man. That's an amplified unit member. Because you'd be surprised, K. I've been doing this over 5 years. There's people that literally cry the second they don't agree or I don't agree with them or some shit. And they don't understand. This isn't about opinions. We're trying to make wrestling better, bro. I mean, the things we all need to agree on is the facts. So, Kay, anyway, that's a long-winded answer. I love hearing the new members, man, and I appreciate that you love the content. And just know that I'm showing that respect right the fuck back. And I hope to have you here for a long time, man. Kay Doherty, I love that, dude. 44, been watching. That's what I always say. I've been watching basically since I was shot out the fucking womb. People don't understand. Over 3 decades of watching this shit. I don't just watch wrestling. I study the shit. And if people really don't like, then just don't watch the channel, right? If you don't like it, don't watch, right? Isn't that what people say? Well, if you don't like the channel, then don't watch it. I don't know why you would. If you don't like what I'm saying, it's funny how people still watch. It's because they know they're not going to get this type of truth anywhere else, man. I don't know. K. Doherty, I appreciate it, dude. WWE AEW Marvel fan, 5-spot coffee. Today's wrestling fans, they just bash storylines like Wyatt and LA Knight and Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. But they want more good matches. It's just sad. WWE AEW Marvel fan, then that's the problem, man. I mean, I already see people saying that the Bray Wyatt story is getting boring to them. They're saying it's getting stale. And I'm like, let it develop, man. Just it's going fine. LA Knight just got attacked by Uncle Howdy. We just found out that he's not Uncle Howdy. It is somebody else. Who's it going to be? His brother Bo Dallas? Somebody else? Let it unfold, man. Like, this isn't just like, oh, let it play out. I hate when people say that usually. But this is one of the only storylines we have in pro wrestling. It's intriguing people like BC and so many others. But you're exactly right, WWE AEW Marvel fan. People just want to shit on it already. People are already saying that the Sami Zayn Roman Reigns shit, they don't care where it goes because it's already done. It's not already done. Sami Zayn and Roman have a lot more story to tell. But nobody gives a fuck. Bangers! Bangers! I don't know, man. You're exactly right. My point is, WWE, AEW Marvel fan, you're exactly right, dude. Jimmy Fingers 19. Jimmy Fingers 19, man. I still can't believe you. You dinged up Wheeler, Utah earlier, Jimmy Fingers 19. BC, I just did a backflip off the top rope onto the floor, and the like button just stood there and waited there to catch me for 3 minutes. We got 175. Jimmy Fingers 19 was number 175 on the ups. We're currently at 215. I want to see that 225 plus, guys. I want to really show the thousands that are going to come and watch this over the next 24 hours. I want to show everybody that we rocked it out. So let's get that over 225. And Jimmy Fingers 19 was number 175. Jimmy Fingers 19 says he did a top rope backflip onto the floor. The like button just stood there waiting to catch. Do you know what he's saying, guys? Jimmy Fingers is saying the pet peeve that BC has, right? When 10 people are on the outside acting like they're wrestling, and then they all stop, they hug each other, they look up to the top rope, and they wait for the fucking gymnastic wrestler A to jump off the top rope and land on all 10 of them, knocking them down like fucking bowling pins. And they all wait for you to catch you. But that's destroying pro wrestling. Or no, it's supernatural that's killing pro wrestling. Not that bullshit gymnastic gimmickry. Anyway, Jimmy Fingers 19. I fucking love it, dude. Salute on number 175, by the way. Too funny. DJ is a prodigy. 199 gold status. They just announced Joe versus Darby next week. For what? Are they already doing that next week on Dynamite? DJ is a prodigy. Can you give me a confirmation on that? Jer9, anybody in the chat. Can anybody give me confirmation that we're doing Darby and Joe next week already? So are we really just playing hot fucking potato with the shows now? Like, we're passing the baton, I should say, from one show to the next. Which obviously doesn't get you excited for anything because Darby hit Samoa Joe with a skateboard last night. Now we're going to get that match next week. And is Wardlow going to gimp down the fucking aisle with a shaved head? And is he going to hit him with a skateboard or a fucking Hacksaw Jim Duggan's 2x4? Is it going to be a scooter? Is it going to be a kendo stick wrapped in Christmas wrapping paper from WWE fucking Holiday Specials Raw or SmackDown? What is Wardlow? What are we doing here, guys? You guys are confirming, by the way. Jer9, we literally got Darby versus Joe like 4 or 5 weeks ago. It's just another repetitive, redundant match. Yeah, we did just see that match, didn't we? What the fuck are we doing here, man? And watch, there'll be fans that go, what do you mean there's no storyline? Look at what's happening with Darby and Joe. This is a storyline, Beasley. No, that's not a... Oh my goodness. I can't even, guys. DJ is a prodigy. Thank you for that info. I kind of wish I didn't know that info because it just makes my fucking dome piece hurt. Nothing this dude does makes sense. Nothing that fucking 3H's is doing makes sense. But it's BC that's the asshole. Meanwhile, the ratings are in the tank. The interest isn't even there for anybody. Jared Kelly. Gold status. 5 spot. Hey, BC, do you think Asuka will return as Kana this Monday because it's the first Raw of 2023? I thought she was going to come back after she teased it because I thought it was going to be stupid if she showed up as Asuka. She literally said on her social, it's done, basically. It's dead. It's gone. And she gave all the teases of Kana. And then she showed up. But I gave it a little bit of a mulligan because it was clear it was a different Asuka. So I'm giving it a little bit of extra time. But Jared Kelly, if she does not come back as Kana to start the new year, they better have a damn good explanation because she's already alluded to the changing character. I bet you Vince does not want to change the name, and that's what we're hung up on. I bet you Vince McMahon does not want to do it. Now she's, damn it, she's Asuka. Look at me, 3 H's, you doofus. She's Asuka. Now, did you do what I told you to do and push Austin Theory and Lacey Evans? Yes, Vince, I repackaged Austin. He wears a coat now and he's throwing a temper tantrum. He's much better now. And Lacey is coming back as a military badass again. I have everything you ordered, boss. Get it done, you doofus! So, that's where we're at, right? I'm pretty fucking sure. She can't be Kana. What do you mean Mia Yim's coming back? She better be Munchkin. Do you hear me? I want her to be called Munchkin. Damn it. Say it. Say it with me, 3H. Say Munchkin. Munchkin, Vince. Munchkin. No. Say Munchkin. Munchkin. No, put some bass in your voice. Munchkin. Munchkin. Damn you, you silly doofus. My daughter chose you. Sarah Logan. I want her back as Van Halen. I don't even know, guys. I really don't. I don't know what the fuck to say. I don't know who's running this shit anymore. Half the time it seems like it's Vince McMahon. The other half it's 3H's. AEW doesn't even give us fucking storylines either. I just wish that everybody could just tell the fucking truth. Professional wrestling sucks today. It fucking sucks. There's all the talent in the world, and there's dummies and doofuses that are pulling the strings. You could have world-class meat in your freezer at the restaurant. If you don't have a good chef, that meat is meaningless. Anyway, Jared Kelly. That's my thoughts on Kana. That's my fucking, my full-fledged thoughts on fucking Kana. Jared Kelly, I appreciate that, man. Colin, 199. Sammy Guevara should have been suspended, LOL. Yeah, with the, who was that? There's the Eddie Kingston and Sammy thing. Then there was the Andrade situation with, I don't know. There's so much backstage turmoil. Ever since Punk has gone away, there's a little bit of better, now there's a new, did you guys see how everybody saw Punk for what he truly was? And then all of a sudden the new narrative is Punk was right all along. Punk needs to come back. Punk was done dirty. Guys, if you truly care about Phil Brooks, I said this earlier in the video that I put up several hours ago. If you truly care about Phil Brooks, you will not want to see him in AEW. Do you know why? Because Phil Brooks' body can't handle wrestling anymore. The poor guy is destroying himself. Why would you want Phil Brooks back? He doesn't even move the needle that much. He didn't even move the needle at all in the ratings, by the way. MJF beat him the first several months until they moved him to Q1. And the metrics for the pay-per-views was just a 15 to 25,000 buy rate. You would hope for that growth anyway. So my point is, metric-wise, he didn't even move the needle that much, if at all. And he's just killing himself. Why would you want CM Punk back to do what? Half the locker room doesn't like him. So why bring him back? Your leader, Chris Jericho, does not want him back. He literally said that every which way imaginable. You're gonna piss off Chris Jericho some more, piss off fucking Mox, piss off half the locker room. He's not gonna move the needle that much, and he's gonna break another bone. That's not even shade to Phil Brooks. I'm asking, if you love Phil Brooks, why would you even want to see this? Let him just try to find happiness. AEW and CM Punk was a bad marriage. It had to be a divorce. You don't want divorce. It should be the last option. But sometimes it's the only option. I say the same thing about Jeff Hardy. If you truly love Jeff Hardy, why would you ever want to see him back in a wrestling ring? Just so we could get our rocks off and say, yeah, this is awesome, and see him do another swanton to where his body is so banged up that he has to hit the bottle and hit the fucking pill some more? Hit the fucking road and maybe take fucking lives with him? And then finally they'll fucking put him away for a while and put the key somewhere where nobody can get it? If you truly love these people, then why can't you see what is happening? They are not cut out for it anymore. Brooks was back for 1 year, guys, and CM Punk, Phil Brooks, had 2 major injuries and several minor ones that were prohibiting him from just walking in the locker room. Just little dings and dangs from everyday fucking wrestling. And he wasn't even wrestling every day or every week. That was all in 1 year. What the fuck is he coming back to? Jared 9, it's the best way I can put it. He's not healthy enough for wrestling, guys. I mean, how did he not prove that in this whole last year? His body can't take it. It's done, guys. It's fucking done. Trust me, I wish it ended differently. I was much more on board with Punk in AEW than I was Punk WWE. I was willing to give it a try. I did give it a chance, and it was just one bad thing after another. I mean, at what point will something do more harm than do good? At this point, Phil Brooks looks to be like a lethal dose of poison in that locker room. And I know he's got the buddies that he paid for the dinners. Dax, right? Dax tells a story about Punk would always take him out to dinner and pay for everybody. He gave all the women Starbucks gift cards. Punk can throw around money all that he wants. Money only is half the equation. You actually have to come off like a genuine, sincere, good person. And half the locker room, just like WWE 3/4, said you're not. So you can buy everybody a Starbucks gift card, a Dunkin' Donuts gift card, Chick-fil-A. Okay, maybe not. If you buy a Chick-fil-A, I'll be your best friend probably. But the problem is you can spend all these gift cards and give them to the whole roster. If you're not backing them up with your everyday actions, you can take your money and shove it up your ass because it doesn't mean anything. Anyway, Colin, that was a long-winded answer. That just stemmed from fucking Sammy Guevara should have been suspended fucking comment, and I just went off in left field with a hockey stick. Jack Brewer, 5-spot, got an idea for gold members. Maybe you could watch old school pay-per-views for members only. That would be fun. That would take Jack Brewer. It's time though, man. Like this isn't like a sole job for BC. This started out as a hobby. It became a little more the more we got successful. But I do so much more, Jack. That would take a lot of time to actually go back, watch an entire past pay-per-view. But my gold members deserve the shit. So maybe we could do something kind of like that going forward, Jack. I don't know. I got all these ideas. Memberships have only been open for, believe it or not, just a little more. So, yeah, I still have a lot more, Jack, still to come. But that is a good idea. It would just be about a timing issue, but that would be badass. Jack Brewer, I got some things roasted, man. I got some thoughts on that. DB for life, 5-spot. I'm wondering if we're going to have pro wrestling in 5 or 10 years. 3H is basically VKM, and TK insults his own talent, and nothing but spot fests. DB for life, I think there will be wrestling in 10 years. I really don't know how carny it's going to be. I don't know how indie it's going to turn out to be. I don't know the type of TV deals we're going to have in 10 years. I really don't. I mean, if you can produce Law & Order SVU reruns that might get 300-400 Gs and your shows are pulling 500-600 Gs, I don't know why they would waste the money on a pro wrestling. I don't know where we're going to be in 10 years pro wrestling-wise. That's not being dramatic, overly dramatic. That's not being overly fucking, well, let's just stick with overly dramatic, right? It's not being. It's being real with you guys. I don't know, with the numbers slipping like they are, I don't know where we are in 10 years if they don't get their heads out of their asses. DB for life, no doubt. Big time Baxter! 449. BC, I looked at all 52 weeks of Dynamite in 2022. They've done over 1 million only 13 times. They did 900K 28 times, and they've done 800K and below 11 times. And there you just nailed it, Big Time Baxter. Lack of consistency will ruin any entity. Always remember that quote. Lack of consistency will ruin any entity. And Big Time Baxter just proved that right there with that statistic. Thank you, Big Time Baxter. 52 weeks of Dynamite, 1 million 13 times, 900K 28, 800 and below 11 times. That type of roller coaster inconsistency tells me that your fans do not need to tune in every week. You are not producing the best show possible. It is not college football's fault. It's not the NFL. It's not Major League Baseball or any playoffs. It's not presidents or presidential speeches. It's not the 5th or 6th president from fucking 200 years ago. It's not anything but you not producing the best possible product. Thank you, Big Time Baxter. Appreciate that. Hold on. I just lost the medium screen, bro. Hold on, guys. I got to get the medium screen back up. Make sure I got all my fucking supers here. All right. So, guys, let me give a shout out to every single, man, that was so many fucking supers. We just spent another hour on fucking supers alone. You guys fucking rocked it. Allison Tuckwab with the 250 banger bombs, man. Allison just kicked us off hardcore. Allison Tuckwop, Strict Tango, Mitch Bergeron, JB's Productions, A. Merrick, James Miller, Chris Murray, Haley Lucas, Dante Jaron 23, Jacqueline Robinson, Easy Does It, Jimmy Fingers 19, Christopher Blackshear, Silver Black 31, Kim T, Chris Underwood, Ashley Steggles, Redhead Kingpin, Prime Killer Colin, William F, K Doherty, WWE AEW Marvel Fan, DJ is a Prodigy, Jared Kelly, Jack Brewer, DB for Life, and Big Time Baxter. Thank you guys so much for the coffees. It's never needed. I'm going to have coffee no matter what. Like I said, this is like my ninth. But I appreciate it always, guys. Big time. That was all my super chats. Thank you guys up in the chat thanking me for this last 2 hours. I thank you guys. We rocked it, man. And we're headed toward 250 on the, oh man, let me just give a fucking pop up. Can you guys hear me now? Check, check. Can you guys hear me? I think I'm low on battery. Can you guys hear me at all? Give me a salute if you can hear me, guys. Let me fix that camera up. Can you guys hear me? All right. Thank you, guys, man. I went out I think I'm losing battery. I'm not sure. We just rocked it for 2 fucking hours. Guys, real quick, I want to give a shout out to all my members, guys. Because you guys are fucking phenomenal, and I want to make sure that you guys understand that. And I don't care if this takes me 5 fucking minutes. These are my gold card members, man. Jack Brewer, Godswilla, Ash Sims, JR9 Gaming, Carlos Ray, Jacqueline Robinson, Radar, Rab TV, Sir Charles, Sadiqa Flowers, Anthony Boley, Ray Foreman, Movies 456. Clutch City Fan, Kim T, Jimmy J 145, Kevin MD, Crimson Blue 82, formerly known as Archmadeus, Dante Jaron 23, Unique Butterfly, A. Merrick, James Miller, Sterling Range, Dev Owl, Eric Leno, D. Carre, Soldierman 1984, Lord French Fries, Mayhem, Cy Parker, CJ White, PB Sillapride, Deontay Thomas, Terrence Burrs, Willard Bayless, Sam Byers, Dave Mealy, Jane Donnelly, Ashley Steggles, Richard Wade, DeMonte Mabry, DJ is a Prodigy, woo! Alicia Vukovic, Batty Banks, Trina Scott, Christopher Blackshear, Patrick Charles, Thorsten Pachalek, Pimp Jesus, Richie P, Janelle Layton, Raymond Caron, Kevin Johnston, Sabres News Consolidated, Nessie Sunflower, Discovery Metal Legion, Osea Wyman, Dino, Santivia Major, Jared Kelly, Winbrook 11, James Shrimp Fajitas, WWE AEW Marvel Fan, K Doherty, Christopher Blackshear, double membership, Easy Does It. Woo! Bro. And if there's any I missed, it'll come up in this list within the next 24 hours. Guys, that's my Rockstar Gold Card members, bro. My super chatters. For everybody, man, you don't even gotta be a Gold Card member. For anybody who was up in the chat, rocking with my unit and rocking with BC the last 2 hours, much love and respect to every single one of you guys, man. For anybody, even if you don't comment, right? You're just a ninja watcher. You love BC, but you don't like to really participate too much. Even if you just smash the up, that helps out huge. So even if you don't comment, that's totally fine. The fact that you just took a moment to smash that and we're going toward 250 on the ups, man, you guys rock. That's it, guys. BC is out, man. Top guy. I'm going to say check, you guys. I'm almost out of battery. I almost lost fucking sound for a few minutes there. So I think now, if I missed any super chats, I'll get it within the next 24 hours too, guys. To all my super thankers down below, there were several of you guys over the last few videos. Thank you to you guys. I'm going to compile that list as well. That's it, bro. BC's got to down the rest of this. And I got to go get a hot latte after that, man. My 10th coffee. All right, that's it. Check you guys, man. Thank you. What a fucking stream. Let's go. 5 more seconds. Let's make it 2 hours. Why not? 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 fucking hours. You guys rock. Check you. Unreal.